love spending time doing creative art projects. These are some of my favorite Hexagon mini house projects. But why talk about art? Well, a new study suggests that creative experiences are really there to link to a younger brain profile as measured by brain clocks. In other words, creativity may be associated with delayed brain aging, not accelerated aging. Okay, let's back up. What the heck is a brain clock? You might know this already, but neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's happen 20 years before any symptoms show up. So now we know Alzheimer's is found frequently in older adults, but wouldn't it be nice if we can predict it earlier and not have to wait for 20 years before the symptoms develop? Because early detection is really important for the prognosis. So scientists have come up with a way to measure what's called brain clock, which are essentially predictive models used to predict someone's chronological age based on a host of age-related brain activity patterns like fMRI or EEG. And this measure has been validated to show the progression of the disease in neuropathology. It's a measure to predict someone's overall brain health based on the difference between the model predicted age of your brain and also your real age chronologically. And this is called the brain age gap, or BAG. Larger, more positive numbers mean that there is an accelerated aging, and that's not good. It's associated with worse outcomes in the brain health and are closely related to patients who have neurological disorders. The more negative numbers mean that there is a delayed brain aging, and this is great. Scientists build machine learning models that estimate brain age from brain activity patterns. Here, this was source localized EEG, functional connectivity. And the difference between your estimated brain age and your actual age is the brain age gap. So what this new study did, researchers trained brain age models on 1,240 people and then tested them on the 232 participants across a large swath of creative domains like tango dancing, music, visual arts, and some real-time strategy gaming like StarCraft 2. And they also had a short training study where they had new gamers learn how to play. So in total, the project had over 1,400 participants across 13 countries spanning the global south and global north, which is really, really impressive to have a study conducted at this large of a scale. I can only imagine the kind of international coordination that was required to complete the study, but that's amazing. Kudos to them. Bravo. But just look at the army of these authors. It's just really impressive. What they found is that people with more creative experience showed more negative BAGs, or the younger brain profiles. And this was consistent across all creative domains. So regardless whether you like to dance or paint, you will still have a benefit of slowing down your brain aging process. Okay, so what about the people who are just starting to do something artistic? What's also really cool is that you're not late, even if you're not someone that likes to do art right now when you're expert at art, because there's still smaller effect in short-term learners as well in video gaming. The differences tended to appear in frontoparietal hubs that are vulnerable to aging particularly, and they were tied to higher network efficiency and stronger functional coupling. All of this means that these are mechanisms consistent with neuroplasticity, which is really the brain's ability to strengthen or weaken connections within brain regions based on experience. So how big are the effects? Well, roughly 5 to 6 brain years younger, it seemed to be the case in expert practitioners compared with non-experts. But there's a smaller gains in even short-term learners as well. So the exact effect sizes varied by domain or sample, but I think what the paper really emphasized itself is that the direction and the consistency of these effects. Even novice participants who learned StarCraft 2 during the study showed measurable improvement in their performance. Not only their video gaming performance went up, but also the BAG, the brain age measurement, actually shifted lower in the protective direction. But it's not too late to start. So what's going on in our brain when we are immersed in creative expression projects? Well, authors are clearly linking the creativity-related benefits to our plasticity. More efficient communications within and across networks of the brain, especially in regions that we know are typically age faster. I'm currently working on a Mega-Hexagon project where these are 3 hexagons in one, and I'm just so excited to show you once it's done.